What's up, everybody? Welcome to the MIKE DOLCE Show. Good to see you guys. Today, very briefly, I want to talk to you men out there. This is a quick message. This is likely the most important message you will hear today, and many of you have not heard this message before ever. Stop emasculating yourselves. Stop reducing your value. Stop lowering your worth in society to belong. What am I talking about? As men, you must stand up and be a man, be a proud man. A man will stand against the tide. A man will refute popular opinion. This is not some form of Andrew Tate speech. This is me speaking to you right now, strongly suggesting that you step up and stop belittling yourself in the eyes of others as a way for you to belong. A man does not need inclusion. You do not need the approval of anyone around you. Most importantly, if you must compromise who you are at your core, if you must hide in the shadows and offer a lower, lesser version of yourself to simply be accepted, is that worth it? Of course not. Now, let me give you an example. Yesterday, I was walking my daughters around town, as I often do, and I show them landmarks, and I have one of them lead us, and I give them the control of where do you want to go? They know the town. Where do you want to go in town? Where do you want to take us? You're in charge. Which way should we go? So they know where they are in town, how to get to where they have to go, landmarks to navigate the area, but also the beautiful exploration that comes with youth and the interpersonal connection that a father can have with his children during such times. Now, as I'm going through this, teaching my daughters to be women, strong, powerful, autonomous, independent women, we go to a local acai shop in town. We live on the beach. We go in, I order them their strawberry smoothies. We sit outside, and I'm people watching and listening to my daughters and talking. And I see a bunch of young boys, 14 to 16 years old or so, not quite old enough to drive, but already in the throes of puberty. And outside this acai shop, there's different quirky, fun, little towny, beachy things. One of these things is a big cutout of a mermaid and a sailor. Now, the mermaid, and the face is cut out, so it's one of those photo opportunities. You can stick your face through the hole, and then you have the mermaid body or the sailor body. Well, the more alpha, there's one alpha in the crew. He's clear. It's obvious. There's 4 boys, 1 alpha, 3 betas. And of the 3 betas, 1 was the cuck. 1 was the most beta of the crew because that was his role. He is accepted because he is the most submissive. He is the most self-deprecating. He is the one who is willing to demean himself the most so he can be included. And I'm watching this little interplay, and as they approach this cutout sign, the alpha says, go, put your face through the hole. Let me take a picture. Well, without fail, the cuck immediately goes to the mermaid and puts his goofy little face through the mermaid, and one of the betas with alpha envy puts his face through the sailor. So the 2 betas are the hyenas waiting for the lion, the alpha, to show weakness so they can pounce. The cuck, on the other hand, is just happy to follow whatever leader there is. Now, the cuck, and this term sounds so silly and it's harsh for me to say, and I'm not comfortable using that term, but at the same time, it was very accurate and it's very telling. The cuck puts his face through the mermaid photo and he faints this very feminine, very sexualized mermaid expression. And I saw this and I felt so bad for all of them, mostly for the cuck, also for the betas, and then for the faux alpha, because the alpha was only alpha simply because he was bigger. He was taller than the others, and that gave him the alpha role. Although in life, that fades away. He's likely leading himself to a early demise, an early peak. Peaking in high school because of genetics, not being able to overcome those genetic limitations once he enters into the much broader, wider gene pool when he comes up against men like myself, other strong, powerful men out there on the planet, that your height means nothing. It is your manhood that means everything. So this conversation, slightly off from what we normally do, fighting and fitness, this is a conversation to the men. I want you to be aware of when you are demeaning yourself, the impulse to demean yourself, self-deprecating thoughts and attitudes and actions reduce your manhood, which reduces your opportunities, which reduces your life experience. That is not who you are. It is much better for you to be a lone warrior, a Ronin, a samurai on this planet than to be a cuck, simply included in a crowd that does not respect you for who you are. They simply keep you around for the comedic entertainment that you offer. Now, you watching this right now, I know that you have been guilty of this before. I know you've done this before, and I know it feels terrible. And I know you go home that night when you're alone and you are embarrassed and you are ashamed. I'm here now to tell you, you don't have to do that. In fact, you cannot do that. You will never achieve true manhood if you devalue yourself, if you devalue your own manhood. To be a man is to be independent, to be autonomous, to be in complete control of oneself. To be a man is to not cater and to not cower. To be a man is to stand up for yourself, for your beliefs, for those who stand behind you. You cannot do that if you are cucking your way through life, simply happy to be involved, simply happy to be invited. So do not worry about the invitation to the party. Work on yourself. Think like James Bond. As trivial as this may sound, think like James Bond. Use James Bond as an avatar. Are you acting like James Bond? Are you acting like a real man? Are you happy to be completely alone even while in a group? Are you happy to stand up for yourself? Are you happy to stand up for what's right? Are you happy to stand up for those who are being bullied, who are being cucked? That is the value of a real man. And until you embrace your own value as a man, no one will see value in you. You will continue to devalue yourself, and you will not be valued in society, in any community. I want you to think on that. Thank you guys for being here. If you have any questions, any comments, please leave them below. I'd love to speak deeper on this topic as I work with tons of men and women, but men and of all ages and accomplishments. It is the men of value this world most needs. It is strong men this world desperately, desperately is lacking. And we need you to step up, attain your place as a strong man in society. But you must do that starting right now. Until next time, boom.